But first, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, it is my great pleasure to introduce our United States Senator Rand Paul, who is leading the fight for good jobs in Kentucky. Senator Paul.
Thank you, Commissioner Comer. I'm pleased to be part of this bipartisan commission. I'm glad to be here with Congressman Yarmouth and Congressman Massey. I'm also glad because I'm here in my hemp shirt today, and that's why I've taken my jacket off. I'm not getting ready to wrestle or anything. I'm here because I wanted to show off my hemp shirt. I had to buy it in Canada, though, and we have soap manufacturers who like to use the seed from hemp plants. They've got to import it. So basically, we're exporting our profit to Canada. I see no reason why we wouldn't want to be a leader in this. Now, I know some have, in some ways you come to this hearing, you think, well, gosh, this seems to be a DEA hearing or something. This is a hearing about a crop. It's a crop that's legal everywhere else in the world except for the United States. Everywhere else. Everybody else has figured out how to do this. So my point is that I think those who have come here and who have concerns, they're valid, they're sincere, they're really trying to honestly look at this. But I think there's nothing here that's not overcomable. If I thought this was going to allow marijuana to take off in our state, I wouldn't be for it. I know Jamie's the same. I won't speak for everybody. I think everybody here agrees with that. We don't want that to happen. But the thing is that Jamie mentioned in Canada. In Canada, there have been 0 incidents. They have not had one incident of marijuana being found in a hemp field. They grow thousands and thousands. I think it's over 40,000 acres. They talked to one Canadian inspector who's recently interviewed, and he says, I have never run into it. We mentioned the car industry. We're lucky to have car industry here. They mentioned the product, pronounce it again for me, Senator Westbrook, Canaf? Canaf. My understanding also, the other problem with that here is I think it needs to be grown in a more southern climate, and so I don't think it will be tolerated in Kentucky. But when hemp was grown in Kentucky before World War II, it was we were 94% of the hemp production. We did great. And North Dakota may be able to grow it, but I think we can grow it better than North Dakota. I think there's also potential for areas, Senator Westfield mentioned corn. I don't think it's going to replace corn. And I'm not up here saying this is the panacea that next year everybody's going to work for a hemp farmer. But why not legalize something that could produce jobs and probably will? I doubt any corn is replaced by hemp. Could it be in a rotational crop? I'm not a farmer. I don't know. That's somebody else's decision I have to make. But could it be in land that maybe isn't quite as good for corn? Could it possibly be grown in reclaimed land in eastern Kentucky? We've talked with them at UK Agricultural Department. They're interested in it. They're interested in studying it. I think it'd be a wonderful experiment to go out to some of the reclaimed land where the soil's not that good and see whether or not you could grow hemp out there. I mean, when I go to eastern Kentucky, they're starved for jobs out there. When I visit people out there, they really want economic development. But I can't say that hemp is going to be their panacea either, but I certainly want to look for things. Now, if you pass it here and it passes in the Senate and passes in the House, and those are still some big ifs, but if it does, I have a bill in Washington with Senator Wyden. Once again, a Democrat, the other side of the aisle. We're working together on this issue, and there is bipartisan support. Senator McConnell recently came out in favor of our bill. There is bipartisan support for hemp. I'm also going to do one step further. It's like pulling teeth to pass anything in Washington. You guys probably do a better job of passing things here than we do. But if we can't pass it immediately, I'm going to ask for a waiver. I joined and teamed up with Governor Beshear last year to ask for a waiver from No Child Left Behind to give our state, Kentucky, more ability to innovate and do changes in education. I'm willing to do the same with people across the aisle. I'll try to see if Governor Beshear will work with me on this. I don't know that he will, but I will try to see if he will. And I think it's being done responsibly. I don't think this is just saying, oh, let's just don't care. Commissioner Comer, I think, and Chairman Hornback have really put together something that I think really is a responsible way to look at this. And there's always, if you come back in a year and there is a huge problem, come back and change some things in a year. But every other industrialized nation has this, and they don't seem to be having problems. I think we should look at some of that evidence around the country. At this time, I'd like to introduce my friend and colleague, John Yarmouth from Louisville.
Thank you very much, Senator. Chairman Hornback,